Hello, everyone, and welcome to the INKSLAYER Show. Right now, I'm alone. I don't know if anybody's going to be joining in tonight. Usually, Beacon joins me, but it is the holidays. And in the chat, we got Ace dropping by. So, hey, peeps. What's up, Ace? And I also shared the link in the DM group, so if people want to join in, they're all welcome. And let's set things up. Add this to stream. Setting up the music, the background music. And there we go. Back to work. So for people that haven't seen it, the page I'm working on right now, it's part of that little animation I've been working on. She's running from these guys. Starts driving up the building. Oop, I skipped ahead. She gets on top of the building. Bike breaks to pieces. Turns into a full body armor. Little altercation. Decides that she might have been a bit more than she could chew. Jumps off the building. Armor turns bike to bike. And this is where we're at. That part would not be animated for the for the Tales from the Netverse 2 intro, but probably maybe for the final one, if I get to do a fully animated intro. And right now I finished 43 pages in inks. Oh, Ace, I'm going to start working on that page for you. Wanted to reach at least halfway through. Because the book's going to be an 80-page book like the first one. And if possible, if we reach enough stretch goal, maybe even 100 and something pages. Also working on that little story here. Not going to show too much about that one. And Inkspot's working on this. I love how it's coming out. Now back to Luani. The badass babe in the Netverse. From what I'm finding out, people are also liking Rose a lot, so pick your favorite. Time for some detailing, clean it up. Some pages are more penciled when I start inking, some not. You can see. These are my rough layouts. Sometimes I go straight to inks, and sometimes I pencil them a little bit more. What's up, Gargoyle? Rock and Stone. And thanks for representing INKSLAYER and Vegas, bro. Music you hear in the background, it's by Dark Cabin Studio. The guy who did the theme song for the Nadverse. Oh yeah, INKSLAYER International. We're all four solid creators making one hell of a studio. If you're interested in what I'm working on, all the links are in the description down below. You'll find the link to the Second Chance campaign for Tales from Adverse 1 if you missed out, or if you just want those nice little variant cover with the Sound and Bisley print. And there's also the mailing list for Tales from the Adverse too. Beacon's starting to work on the colors. Can't wait to see the first samples. This coloring got really freaky. Work he did on Elrica. And you'll also find some really, really cool merch if you want to help us support and keep our website going and the store going. If you join the reward plan, you also get some INKSLAYER tokens, which can be returned later on as discounts on your future purchases. Oh. Oh boy. Okay, after seeing that, by the way, people, my commissions are open. You can go check out my Patreon too. The experiment of the webcomic is not going as I thought it would, so I might put it on hold for a while. But I do have my tip jar over there, where I also share exclusive and stuff that not everybody gets to see, or you get priority on it. For the webcomic over there, I'm just gonna probably just replan my things. You know, you risk nothing, gains nothing, because you have to experiment. Wondering if maybe Substack might be better for comic books and stuff. It seems to be more about creative writing. The time of the year where I'm open for commission, so don't be shy. Digital or traditional. And soon we're going to be announcing I'm going to be doing a short story for another creator from in a book that I liked a lot, that I backed, and I was. Yeah. Well, we'll announce it when he's ready. Like, she's coming at you. Zigzagging from explosions. I was trying to, when I was thinking, like, what am I going to use at the royalty free ambient music? I'm like, come on, that guy. What would you be expecting if you come to watch a sim stream? The settings of this brush a bit. The brush I'm using is made to reproduce one of those inking brushes. I like the result with them better. So Like I switch between crow quill and a brush. But with my own little settings. Because not everybody has the same pressure. What I'm working on is for Tales from the 9 verse 2. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that I'm influenced and inspired by a lot of stuff, including Heavy Metal Magazine, anime, manga, American comic books. Huge fan of Mark Silvestri, Top Cow stuff. The big Image boy. I'm a big heavy metal boy. Metal Laurent. What's the fuck? What's the shit? Revolution. The people from heavy metal, Metal Laurent, revolutionized the freaking movie industry. They all went working on Tron, Star Wars, Aliens, Terminator. And The Fifth Element. Let's not forget about that one, which is a more recent one. Comes in. That's one of the things a lot of people don't apply when they do comics. It's sequential art. It's not just about the scene happening in a panel, it's how everything leads to one another. Like here, she lands like this. There's something pointing to that panel, like an arrow. Here on the street points there. It gives you a blue since everything's zinc. Time to go add some details for the backgrounds. So here the others give the saving. So she's technically leaping from the building and landing on this little pathway. So a little tweak here I'm doing to the background is she's landing on the pathway of the highway. And in the back, you're still going to see a bit of the building. Well, hello. Will not try to read what you just said, but hello and welcome. Hopefully you're not about that's going to be spamming, but welcome to stream. Here, let's put a billboard. Windows. One of my big thing that got me a lot into the creative way of thinking of drawing from imagination was an old TV show when I was a kid. What was it? The guy was dressed as a captain, like a space captain, and you would watch the show and he would teach you how to think with shapes so you can draw from anything from your imagination. You can actually reproduce stuff, draw actual realistic. I like that stylized way a bit more. I like the freedom of the cartoonists. Hence why most of the great, like Will Eisner and Kirby and all those, never actually said that they were doing art, but they were cartoonists. The art of storytelling. As you can notice, I'm a huge fan of that. And, I strongly believe that sequential art is the night art of the world. Comic books are. As you can see, I like to freehand a lot of it. It makes like playing with blocks or something. I like creating. This is the erase his head. But now it's clear that she lands around here. What's up, J Dollar? What's up, Garth? Merry Christmas to you too, bro. Stay metal. And you think that's badass? Wait till you get to know Luani. I don't know if you've seen these, says Jay, but this is where we're at. This is page 21 out of the 28-page story. To keep motivated and inspired, I like to go like a few page on one and a few page on another. That's why you always see me with different like two projects open. Like, Luani? Nah. Luani? Nah. Yeah, obviously, let's wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Hope you guys had a spend good quality time with your family. My kids were at their mom. They were supposed to come in back today, but they're coming back tomorrow. Always let them go celebrate with their mom because she still has family. I don't. No, I do. No, not really. Getting something. Oh, there was not too much fighting. Have a little smoke break. Oh, yeah. Here's a campaign I saw on Indiegogo you might want to take a look at. Another French Canadian that made his own book and got me beat. God's Dog. No, $183,000. Oh, check it out. Maybe you'll find it interesting. This was the campaign highlight of the day. Open Indiegogo. That's the only comic book I had in my thing. And when I saw that it's a French Canadian too, I'm like, I might as well plug him in. And he stole my title. Ah. No, maybe one day I'll be the one with a $100,000 campaign. Nice little 6-figure there. So, Virgo, welcome back. Oh, yeah, at work right now. Skip that one. Meanwhile, I'm working on Delta and Adverse 2. I'm also started working on some layouts, Delta and Adverse 3. I was checking earlier some reviews on the new Matrix movie. It looks like that movie really is crap. I've been hearing good reviews about the No Way Home. That's all I had. The new Spider-Man movie. Might check that one out. Over the last 2 days, I've been rewatching the old Star Wars. And Rogue One, which is actually grew on me. Even though I hate the actress. I hate the wrong word. I just think she sucks. Eating one of my Christmas gifts and chocolate. And don't be shy if you get any questions in the chat. After rewatching the old style, I might go watch Spaceball after this. Smash those links. Everything's works. Who's detailing? So when I heard that guy's music, I'm like, oh, I need to reach out to that guy. I'm pretty sure he can do something pretty decent for the Manverse, and I'm pretty happy with it. A little break time for some little inspiration. People that may not know, one of my big influences in the world from the world of manga, it's Masamiune Shiro. And if you don't know who that is, please check it out. All you need to check, he has a lot of stuff, but the main two thing you need to check: Appleseed and Ghost in the Shell. He also worked on designs and stuff. A lot of anime. This style became a home style for a while for a lot of, especially manhouse. Another one of my big influences, Yoshiro Nakao. Guy who created Trigun. Which was also the big inspiration for Joe Mad. A little closer to home, I was always a big fan of one of the first American mangaka, Adam Warren. Love his shit. If you don't know who Adam Warren is, go check out The Dirty Pair. He's the one that did the comic book of Bubblegum Crisis, which the OVA is awesome. The rest is not so good. Now he's doing Empowered. Love his style. Send him a message to try and get him to do a cover for me. Never got an answer yet. I would love to have the guy from The Dirty Pair doing a cover for with Lilani and Rose. Back then, he also did a cool series with Gen 13. Oh, I'd also like to add that if you guys would like, let's try and promote this channel a little bit more. Like I said, trying to be as regular again and doing more streams. But I'm also going to be doing a really, really, really cool giveaway of some books, original art, as soon as we reach that 500 and 1,000 subs. Right now we're over for 300, which I'm pretty happy. Okay, where the hell did I put that? Hey, what's up, Derek? Go to the stream. Enjoying some Lilani action right here. The new green hair metal babe of comics. You know, what else to go with the Power Ginger and that? And Rose, the Power Queen, reclaiming the pink. Okay, let's do this. I hate it when I miss them. Doing some heavy metal inspired comics, listening to metal music. What's up? By followers, Prime, and views. I like to earn them by my own. And yeah, I'm new to Twitch. I've been there for a while, but I've never really streamed. Oh. Hello, Twitcher. Sim is now in his house. that just joined in, let me show you the little previous pages. If you remember that little animation I'm working on, this is where it's from. Bike breaks to pieces, turned into full body armor. Then she jumps off the building. And back to bike mode. Whoa. Thanks, Derek. This is for the story called Metal Valkyrie, and as you know, that's why she has that title. It's just the title of the book, the story. Right, let me show you a little glimpse of something else. No spoilers. Let's get out of the way. Oh. This here is a sample of the first page, the pencil pages of Luani and Rose, called Daddy Issues. It's not the first page, but it's the first page I've done. These are pencils, and they're going to be mixed with painted colors by InkSpot. Here's one of the first pieces. I'm still working on the design of that one here. One of the fun part is that she can also take pieces of that bike, like let's say that where she insers her hand to control it, and turn it into a gun. And you have Rose there smoking the cigar. So far, for Tales from Numbers 2, we're looking for an 80-page book again, with a possible over 100-page if we unlock the extra stories. Because right now the stories are a bit longer in the second one, so there's less stories. Like just three of the stories cover 72 pages. But by the end, I'm gonna have like enough floppies out of the entire Nadverse. So when we get to the Merc story, the immersion is gonna be complete. You're gonna know the main players. You're gonna know a bit of the threats in the universe, and you're still gonna have some surprises. Trust me. One thing I can tell you, it's every time you're going to pick up an issue, you're going to find out something new, and the octane is going to be higher. Somebody once told me, those two characters look a bit OP. Wait till you see the rest of the universe. And I can guarantee issue number 2 is going to be better than issue number 1. Murdered All is fully completed. 12 page. That one I'm finishing up the page 21 now on 28. In total, I'm 43 pages in. So now I'm safely halfway through the black and whites. That's why I said earlier I'm reopened for some commissions. If people want some stuff from me, reach out to me, and it'll be a pleasure. I love doing prints, covers, and stuff like that for other campaigns. I love drawing other characters. Sometimes it's you keep it on track, and sometimes they give you a little free game going, I want your interpretation of it, and makes it fun. It's a fun way to earn their living. It's me. I am a freelance artist. This is my living. INKSLAYER is my life. Even planning on maybe having a tattoo done when we launch the book. And let's clean the extra so I can see clearly. That's a little trick of working digital, like, because you can doodle, work on different layer, and you're pretty flexible. It's like drawing with a safety net. While when you're drawing, you don't have safety nets. You don't have undos. You don't have previous saves. Once you fuck up, you fuck up. So it also allows you to have more speed. But not doing traditional also gets to me. I miss it. I like to sit with the kids, watch some movies, and draw. The other day I pulled out a brush. I hadn't used an actual brushing for a long time. Usually use those pigment pens. Oh man, I missed it. Like seeing Preston doing his paintings, and it gave me that little itch again. I wanted to do painting, so I bought myself a full acrylic kit. But the same for my girl. Yeah, with my girls, and we're probably much gonna sit down and paint. Boys are welcome too, but they're not the most interested in art so far. Not a little bit. Udin is like the gamer of the house. Him and Dave. God damn it. As you can see, I don't use ruler often, but I like to use it once in a while to give me a reference of direction. And after that, I like to do freehand. I think it gives it a more organic, realistic feel to the drawing. Give yourself the guidelines and go nuts. Music stop. And we're back. And two of the main gifts I'm thinking of giving when we reach 1,000 sub. Incentive. One is a heavy metal anniversary issue sketch cover with a sketch by me on it. Another one is X-Men Omnibus. and original art. Some original pages. We're going to be doing a big stream promoted like way in advance. So everybody's there. Everybody gets their chance to win. Try and make it interactive too. And somebody will be winning a commission live. Yeah, no, it's not much. It just helps to see the thing a bit clearer. Boom. Feel the impact. Boom. I don't know if you notice it much, but I kind of like curve. Like if the leg here, instead of being straight, it's landing with the, lifting the butt part. Make it, you know. No, I always thought that when I started with the entire Nadverse thing, Rose was not really intended to be in there. That came when my mom got diagnosed with cancer, because Rose was technically just a character that I came up with for fundraising to for breast cancer, and it was inspired by a lady that lost one of her breasts, and she was doing an interview on TV, and she was walking on the beach, and people were asking her, how the hell did she have the balls to just walk outside with her breast out, with no top, and she goes, throughout everything that I've been through, I've survived, and I got one left, and it's beautiful, so might as well flaunt it. And that's was the inspiration behind that character in the beginning. And when my mom got diagnosed with cancer, she has 5 months to live. So I decided I was going to come up with that character and make it into something that represented my mom. My mom was a huge dolphin fan. She had dolphins everywhere, and she was a big pirate. So hence Lena Rose. My mom was named Ellen. So she became, an actual cemented character in Nadverse. But when I started all this, I always thought, the character that people would, I knew the character, Nat, people would really like Nat. I wanted them to like Nat. But I always thought, I had the side idea that people would really, make a character in there and people will root for that character to be another character, like the Boba Fett effect. Thought it was going to be Loani, but you didn't get to know much about Loani. But people just saw Rose, and in 5 seconds they loved her. Yes, that's what I'm using. I have a U1 Canvas Pro, 22-inch, and I use Clip Studio, the EX edition, so I can do animation in it. Yeah, in '97. Yeah, I mean it was 2015, and last year we lost my her husband, her husband, or my stepdad. He had cancer and he attacked his brain. I've lost a lot of people since 2019. When they're gone, you remember them. You remember what they brought to you, and you do them proud. Blame it on my Viking heritage. We don't mourn your death, we celebrate your life. And I keep that in mind every time. Represent. Oh, thank you. Well, I'm not the only one. That's why I love my little family here. My 4 kids, my bro. I'm lucky they're under my roof. Oh, hello, Ernetus. Also lost my grandma a few months ago. You know, the worst thing is one of the advice I give a lot of people is no matter how you can have like bad feelings between you and your parents, notice please make sure that before they go, make sure you've dealt with everything there. I did, and if I would not have dealt with a few issues, I would not have had the mom I have for the last few years before she got diagnosed. But, you know, cherish your loved ones. Not everybody, nobody's perfect. And usually, having kids makes you understand what it means. Where I did the best I could sometimes. Makes you see things differently. There you go. My holiday advice for everybody. Life is too short and too precious to make mountains with nothings. It's not that. No, I'm at the nitty gritty. The not so fun part. I'm gonna tweak that little perspective there. You can see I like to also freehand my stuff back from perspective. Which one will be my main? I'm gonna use this one. Oh, there you go. Mark my reference, one line, and then after that, I just have fun. Once you've played with enough perspective, it's like reading. You learn to read, eventually your mind fills in. You don't even need to read the full word. And it's what makes being an editor and writing correction a pain in the ass sometimes because you have to know that stuff. You have to know that your eyes trick you. one of the main thing out of drawing is the entire thing about learning to draw. It's learning to trick your mind into doing what you want instead of what it thinks it sees. It's one of the main problems that people have with foreshortening. Your brain tells you that there's an arm that you should see in full, but nope. Yeah. Like I'm getting there with this paint. Usually, what I do is I put it aside and I go work on something else for a little bit. So I always have multiple projects open. Like if you see, whoop, not getting that. No, any, no. Oh, we just hit the 9 o'clock. We're gonna be closing this stream soon. Don't forget to sub, like, and share. Let's try and get more people to sub to this channel. Get everybody a chance to win some cool art and some cool gifts. Go check out my campaign. That's back second chance campaign. Sub to the mailing list for Tales and Adverse 2. Check out my Patreon. I'm also on Instagram trying to build it. I haven't had that account for a long time. Yeah, sometimes you can spend 2 hours beating yourself into something. You just go do something, 15 minutes, come back, and you'll see clearly. It's you need sometimes it's a change of mind. Sometimes I go and I hop on Deep Rock Galactic, go do 2-3 missions, then go back to work. I'm gonna be trying a Inquisitor, something like that from Warhammer 40k. Dude, I hadn't played in like 2 years. Before I started playing Deep Rock Galactic, I hadn't played a video game since God of War 3, I think. The God of War on PS4. You're working on a wrap around cover of what, Derek? I'm really enjoying doing those drawing streams, working streams more with that little music in the background. Oh, yeah. Ballad of Celestial. Remember that one. At this point, you get to see so many projects. I'd rather ask to be sure and get my drift. Mm-hmm. You see what I was saying before, the arrow idea. Oh, yeah. Damn. Yeah, dude, the art takes time. That's what they say. Comic books is trying to find the perfect. Okay, it seems that there's a problem with my stream on Facebook. Seems there's an issue, so we'll see. Not a huge fan of Facebook. Neither is I. As long as my YouTube and Twitch goes good, I'm good. Hopefully, I could, stream through Odyssey. That would be cool too. Better if I did a little curve in that. Let's illustrate this. Put it here. That gives more of a long. Bike's the bike. So it is now 9:11. We've only been streaming for 2 hours. You've seen me work on this. I'm almost done. Just need to detail a bit more in the background. I need to take a little break of it because you losing focus a little bit on the background. Boom. So I'd like to say thank you everybody for joining the chat, watching the stream. You guys rock. Go check out my projects if you haven't already. And if you've been around for a long time, you know Tales of the Nightverse 2 is coming. Go check out our web store, the INKSLAYER Entertainment. And see you all next Sunday. And we're going to leave you with those famous little words that I like so much. Back to King himself. Later.
I see that story first. I feel that story first. I know those people first. When I put them down, they've already lived. And I put them down as I'd like them to live on those pages. My stories are very sincere.